Everybody, we did it. We did it. I did it. It was a lot of introductions. 7:45 p.m. That's what time it is if you're watching this in New York right now live. And we are at the concluding remarks. Yes, we're going to sum up this whole shindig. We got Lisa and David Spire, the people who put it together. So you should thank them. They can't hear you when you do it because you're in your place. They're in their place. But you should try. Just say thank you. Yes, they put this amazing thing together. Oh my God. And my name is Harrison Greenbaum. Yeah, that's me. You can follow me on the social medias at Harrison Comedy. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. You can go to harrisongreenbaum.com. That's the website. And I do virtual shows and streaming shows. I pop up in virtual escape rooms. I'm very good at directing an avatar. Oh, you're scared to be in the heist and you need somebody to talk you through this 60-minute escape? I'll do it. I'll do it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Man, thank you so much for being a part of this. A huge thanks to Lisa and David for letting me be part of this. They're the ones who are going to be concluding this thing. So I leave it to them. Enjoy. Sign up for next year. You guys are the best. Mwah! I wore pants for this.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for the conclusion here. The vibe of RECON 20 has been everything and more that we were hoping for and more. We are just blown away by the participation and how active the community has been. We could not have asked for more. There are 900 of you in Discord alone, and who knows how many of you lurking out on the internet.
And to recap the opener, you are from 62 different countries, probably actually more at this point, but nobody on the team has had time to stop and pull that data. So we'll let you know how many countries at the end of this. It's amazing. We wanted to just lead off with a couple of announcements. The first is about surveys, because surveys are what's going to help us continue to produce events and produce better events. So the first one is about surveys for the featured talks. You can fill out a survey about any featured talk that you saw. The links are in all of the featured talk channels and on the website, and we would really love your feedback on the talks. I also want to tell you that there is going to be a survey for the entire event. You're going to get it in your email, and we would really appreciate if you could fill that out and tell us about your experience at RECON so that we can give you better experiences in the future. And the last survey thing is really just a form. If you listen to our industry report talk this morning, we asked if there's anyone out there who's willing to share data for future projects where we do data-driven analyses of this industry. And if you are, the form is pinned in the industry report channel. Just give us your name and email through that form. It takes a minute, and we will contact you later for future studies. And we really appreciate the amount of people who have been eager and willing to share data so that as an industry together, we can learn.
Now, tomorrow is the virtual escape jam for those of you who were lucky enough to get tickets. We sold out of the 40 very quickly, and the wait list is very, very long. So if you would like to participate in a future virtual escape jam, we're going to run a few more of them because apparently there is demand. So if you want that, in #general, you can find there's a form pinned there. You can just fill it out. It'll let us know that you're interested. We'll reach out to you once we have taken a breath from RECON and figured out when we can host this for you. Beyond that, if you have a ticket and you are participating tomorrow, please make sure that you have access to the Escape Jam channel. It'll be all the way near the bottom. If you do have access, make our lives a little easier. Pop in there and say hello to just confirm for us that you know where you're going. That is where we will be tomorrow. We have a whole bunch of questions that have recurred throughout RECON in like every single channel. So we are going to burn through those real quick, fill you in, because we know you all want to know the answers to them.
So the first question is about the RECON Discord, where so many of you have been hanging out and having amazing conversations. And we were so hopeful that Discord could be this virtual venue that we had envisioned. And we didn't know what to expect. But it's been amazing. The success has surpassed our expectations. And it was always our hope that if this worked out, we would maintain the server and we would use it for future RECON and Room Escape Artist events. So I think it has worked. It's been phenomenal. And so we're going to regroup as a team and figure out what our next steps are here. But we can promise you that as long as we can afford it, and this is a valuable tool, a valuable place for the community, then we will continue to advance it and maintain it, and you're all welcome to stay.
Yeah, it's not going to turn into a pumpkin when RECON ends. Next up, we have videos. So many questions about when we are posting the videos. We've heard those questions. We've also heard the overwhelmingly positive things about just the content in general, and that means a ton to us. That was, the heart of what we were doing. Over the coming weeks, we are going to do a little bit of remastering and then re-release those talks. They will not have the Q&As attached to them. That's really there for the people who are participating live. You may have noticed some rough cuts and edits that weren't able to be addressed before the event. We may have been editing some of these up to almost when they aired. We had a lot to do. We're going to smooth that stuff over. It's our hope to get this content in front of as many people as possible. And so we are absolutely going to get it out there as quickly as we can. But it is going to take us a little bit of time. If you are a Patreon supporter, we're going to give you early access to it. So if you have that, if you have the ability to do that, that's the best way to get early access.
And it's the best way to support the team that put on this event. As we said earlier, we wanted this to be a free event. It was really important that it be accessible to all of you because 2020 has been really challenging and not everybody has the means to pay for an event like this. But if you can support it, then backing us on Patreon is a really great way to do that. And also purchasing swag. So the swag shop is going to close at the end of the day. But to be considerate to whatever time it is for you, that means it might close for some of you tomorrow, but I recommend you buy today in your today, just in case.
Next up, we have a whole bunch of thank yous that we want to go and issue. First of all, Nick Moran jumped in and did a whole ton of video editing for us. He also animated our logos and helped out in so many ways. Thank you.
And Anne Lukeman jumped in for last minute video editing as well, and we are so appreciative. Thank you.
This is what happens when you tell us that you have video editing skills and we throw work at you. Harrison Greenbaum for hosting and emceeing this whole bit of craziness. He was hilarious, and we couldn't have asked for a better host.
We wouldn't have had the same vibe without Harrison as a host. And also to PG Law for being the Q&A host, which was phenomenal and energetic, and you did just a fantastic job with every talk, even topics you weren't comfortable with.
Errol Elmer from the Room Escape Divas, who helped us produce the ARG. If you haven't found that, you should poke around maybe in our social media for RECON, because there's a really fun puzzle game. It's super creative, and it's definitely worth playing.
Super important call out to our sponsors. Your support made this event possible in many ways, and that is Buzzshot, Enigma Emporium, Schiffer Publishing, and Mofang One. Thank you so much.
To all of our exhibitors, it was great to have a vibrant digital show floor. It was wonderful to see all the dialogue going on and people hopping in. I hope that everybody got a lot out of that show floor because we were really proud of it.
And to the speakers, it's really challenging to speak at a digital event, and you guys did amazing. They all put in a ton of work to record and then get to their Q&As and do things recorded and live and craft talks that were going to be meaningful now and in the future. And huge thank you to all the speakers.
A thank you to my parents, Joan and Mark, who loaded up our refrigerator with ludicrously delicious food and kept us from starving to death over the last few days, because that is exactly what would have happened.
And a shout out to my parents, Eva and Alan, for editing content at the last minute. My mom pinged me in Discord today because she knew that that was the way to find me, to tell me about typos, and we got those fixed.
To all of our facilitators who were running all these small group discussions, we were asking a lot of you to just on the fly really do all of that. It's all improvised, and you did a great job. I think that for those people who participated in the facilitated discussions, I've heard a lot of them saying that it was the highlight of the event for them, and that was what we were hoping to hear. And next year, if you haven't participated, you want to be part of the facilitated discussions.
To the concierges, the concierge team checked 900 people into Discord, and they were so on top of it that people kept thinking they were bots. They were just everywhere. You guys were amazing. Just solving anything that came up, helping people out, and really making that work so well.
Thank you to our moderators, and really thank you to everybody for not making our moderators work hard. We appreciate that you are all respectful of the rules and of the event.
And to our RECON team, they are the most amazing team to work with. Lee Fei Lo on the other side of the world has been overseeing how all of the volunteers work together. She's been on it like every hour. She's been just stepping in everywhere, coordinating. She's amazing, and we want to thank you.
James Cobalt, who has been working on all sorts of brandy related stuff. Never know what James is going to pull out of his bag of tricks, but it's always interesting and fun and obscenely well executed. Thank you, James.
And to Augie, Michael Augustine, Augie's been doing all of our social media, which has been just awesome. And he also created that super secret thing that many people have loved within RECON. If you haven't found it yet, what are you waiting for? I know that for some people that has been their favorite part as well.
Cindy Sewes, who has helped keep RECON running so incredibly smoothly. All of her actions are really keeping everyone informed and everyone in the loop, and I can't understate how important a role Cindy played. And if you're a speaker, you know exactly how important she was.
And then there are two more people who have done everything behind the scenes to make this possible. And the one that you've seen is Teresa Piazza, because she is everywhere in the Discord doing Discord ops. I think she's been pinged more times than anybody. It's like she has 10 hands, the amount of places she's been and things that she has helped with and solved. And the exhibitors and the sponsors know her very well because she's worked very closely with them. But I think many of you have seen her or found her, and she has really been keeping this entire event running, and it's amazing.
On the technical end, Brendan Lutz is the reason that any of this is visible. He has been manually game mastering this entire endeavor, and it's been unbelievable to see. We literally, without Brendan, there is no RECON, there is no Discord. All of this, from an execution standpoint, was built by him, and can't thank him enough.
And that's the RECON team. And we also want to thank all of you for coming, for giving this a shot, for turning this into something that we love so much, for chatting and adding your voices. And you've made this amazing. And we hope now that you'll join us in Discord for the after party. We are starting when we get off in like a minute. There are going to be new channels in Discord, and they are new voice channels. So that's a voice or video channel that you can join with your drink that you made at home. And those channels are the Blacklight Disco, the Key and Lock Pub, the Oh No More Karaoke, the Wine Bar, spelled WHINE, and Be Puzzled Brewery. So we hope that you'll choose your own adventure at this happy hour, join one of these, chat with people, move to another one, meet more people, and just, talk about your experiences as you would at any convention.
I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. The community is why we do this. We love all of you, and you made this into the event that we were hoping it would be. RECON 2021 is happening. Where it's happening, who knows? Hopefully we're all in a better world and we can all gather together in Boston next year. But if that fails, we'll still find a way to do RECON again. We love you. We're going to make this happen. And thank you so much to the creators, to the players, everyone in between.
Thank you.